Halloween is approaching, so how about a quick horror movie review? The Quantum Terror is a movie that's free to watch on a website called Tubi, which I was unfamiliar with before I came across an ad for this movie. It looks like the site streams a lot of independent films, which is interesting, but it won't stream in every country, so if you live outside the US, you might have to use a VPN to access it. The Quantum Terror is about a goth girl, Sam, searching for her twin sister, Sylvia, who has mysteriously disappeared. Sam visits Sylvia's rather strange and creepy boyfriend Jacob to try and figure out what happened, and gets her ex-girlfriend Lucy, along with Lucy's current boyfriend Noah, to join them. Together, they explore a nearby drainage tunnel where Jacob says she last went before she disappeared, and things get weird. There's also a detective who's also trying to find Sylvia, and a professor from the university her and Jacob attended, who might know more about her disappearance than he's letting on. The Quantum Terror was made by Christopher Moonlight Productions, slightly awkward typo on the opening logo. This is the personal production company of one Christopher Cooksey, the film's producer, writer, and director, who has put out a handful of movies and short films since 2014, all with very limited budgets. Of these, The Quantum Terror is the most recent and definitely the most ambitious. Cooksey said he was influenced by Stanley Kubrick and David Lynch, and you can definitely see this in the cinematography of the film. Quantum Terror has that deliberate Lynchian awkwardness, extreme close-ups, hard cuts, disjointed dialogue, with some scenes starting right in the middle of a conversation. It's kind of hard to explain the plot of the film beyond what I already have, because like any proper piece of surreal horror, there are a lot of strange things happening without a clear explanation. And the things that are made clear are spoilers. So before getting to that, let's talk about the other aspects of the movie. The Quantum Terror looks good, especially when you consider that it had a very low budget, particularly by modern standards. The number of locations is very limited, which is a popular technique in smaller budget movies to make filming easier and cheaper. There's the house, which was actually Cooksey's own house, the outside of the drainage tunnel and the road next to it, which was a real location near Cooksey's house, and the tunnels, which represent the inside of the drainage tunnel, which were a set made of cardboard. Other weird scenes that happen inside the tunnels were created with green screens. The various Lovecraftian nasties that appear in the movie use a combination of practical and digital effects. The CGI isn't the best quality, but this is mostly hidden by keeping the scenes with it in heavy shadow or with some sort of heavy filter or weird lighting over them. It's a good trick to make effects hold up better, and of course it also helps contribute to the horror atmosphere. So should you watch The Quantum Terror? Well, I'd say if you're a big fan of David Lynch's stuff, like Twin Peaks, it's at least worth checking out. If you ever checked out David Lynch's stuff or similar work and you didn't like it, you wanted something more straightforward, this might not be for you. There are also more girl-on-girl makeout scenes than you might expect. They actually are plot relevant. Noah insists that he isn't jealous that Lucy and Ella used to date, but as the supernatural stuff starts happening to the main characters, it turns out he might be more jealous than he lets on. Whether this counts as fan service, your mileage may vary. Now, getting into spoilers, stop the video if you don't want the movie spoiled. Inside the drainage tunnel is some kind of eldritch location that exists in another dimension. Supposedly, this dimension was accessed through quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics and terms related to it are name-dropped throughout the movie, but it's never made clear exactly how quantum mechanics could be the cause of the supernatural things happening in the tunnel. Any technology that might have caused this is never seen or mentioned. All we get are math equations and creepy drawings on papers and all over the walls of the drainage tunnel, making the quantum mechanics of the movie feel more like black magic than anything grounded in actual science. Near the end of the movie, it's revealed that Sam is the one where the angles meet, which means she has some sort of special power over the supernatural quantum forces in the movie. But why? Because she's Sylvia's twin and Sylvia somehow caused this? It's never really explained. It's also not really explained why Jacob is evil. He wants to use the quantum power for his own selfish purposes, but what exactly he wants to do with it isn't clear. It's also unclear why he decides to start killing his companions. Towards the end of the film, there's a supposed twist that Sam actually is Sylvia, that she never had a twin sister, and that her friends went looking for her in the tunnels by themselves. But this is a fake-out twist. The quantum voodoo is messing with everyone's perception of the timeline. The actual twist comes at the end of the movie when Sam believes she's mastered the quantum voodoo and can use it to stop Jacob and bring everyone back to life. Which she does, but she accidentally takes everyone back to the beginning of the movie and wipes all their memories. The movie began with a voiceover by Sam saying, "Oh no, it's all going to start over again," followed by Jacob asking her what's wrong and her saying it was just deja vu. At the end of the movie, these lines take on a new meaning. The characters are caught in a time loop. Actually, the ending credits song is "She Casts No Shadow" by Frankenstein, a catchy piece of goth rock cheese. So that's The Quantum Terror. It's a bit light on substance, with how little anything that happens is explained, but it is a stylish film with some cool visuals and an interesting twist at the end. It probably won't be one I rewatch regularly, but I do think it's worth watching at least once, if you're into horror that's a little more surreal. I also didn't find it that scary, but again, your mileage may vary. Thanks for watching. A like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have any of your own thoughts you want to share, and subscribe to see more. Also, once again, I try to upload early to Rumble and BitChute when I can, so it's a good idea to follow the channel on one of those sites, especially with how screwy YouTube can be about a lot of things. Have a good day, and a happy Halloween.